What's going on, guys? It's a Faraz Four Corners Fitness. This is a Fifth Corner podcast. Out here with my homie Justin, and we're eating just a smorgasbord of carnivore food. You know how they say eat the rainbow? How do you like your steak cooked, by the way?
Medium rare is great. No, this is good.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Bloody.
Yeah, bloody. Hell yeah.
Bro, this looks amazing.
Right.
All right.
It's good? Mm-hmm. Bro, you'll be surprised where I got that from. Grass-fed ribeye from Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, like $13. Like something you'd never expect, right?
Mm-hmm. You just find everything, huh?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't get that at Walmart. Is that heart? Liver?
This is liver. This is heart. Yeah. So I go to this is from like the farm to cook place I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they have like I find like every like halal place has organ meat and like really good like pasture raised beef or chicken or lamb or goat. Like they have like the meats that like you don't usually see in the supermarket. And the chicken there, it's like tiny. Like a whole chicken is like this small versus like a real like, you know.
Chicken.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what vitamins or nutrients, I guess, these provide that ribeye doesn't.
So ribeye's great for like iron, a little bit of vitamin B, but liver and so heart, the main thing here is like just vitamin B12. It's like off the charts, literally, like of how much B12 is in here. And then liver, it's pretty much all the other essential micronutrients. Vitamin A in the form of retinol, and then a little bit of vitamin D, the rest of like the B complex that you don't get from ribeye, and then very like trace amounts of vitamin C. So this is how I get my vitamin C as a carnivore through organ meats.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
You got it down to the science. You got it.
Dude, yeah, it is pretty much is a science.
I feel like I've been doing it wrong. I'm just like dirty carnivore. I can't cook to save my life, so I just throw whatever cheap something from Walmart and then cook it.
Yeah.
But like this looks really freaking good.
Yeah, and all this is like I started cooking when you texted me that you were on the way, so that was like 12:45, and like this was done by like 1:10. So yeah, so if you're ever like in a bind, like you don't even have to cook all this stuff. You can just like throw a ribeye on the pan, flip it over. Like medium rare is probably like 2.5 minutes on each side, and you're solid. So
The liver and heart actually taste pretty good.
right?
Yeah. I'm
Surprisingly,
surprised.
right?
Yeah. I thought I wouldn't like it, but
Yeah. Have you had either of these before?
I think, man, it's been a while. Yeah. I don't usually eat it, so I just forgot what it tastes like.
Right.
Yeah, I know, like, Asians will eat everything, man.
Oh, dude. So
You
yes,
know?
I know the feeling. They have this thing in Pakistan, back where I'm from. It's called kataka, and it's literally all the organ meats, like just diced up into and they throw it in some like curry, and then like they just eat it. Like people just like eat it like by the bowl on the street.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time I had heart was yesterday, and I was like so amazed at how like I scrambled some eggs, and then I made like the heart just like this. It's already like chopped into small pieces. I was so amazed at how like similar it tasted to just like steak and eggs.
Yeah.
Like stir fry would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that I'm eating hard.
Right? It is.
I'm like, I know it's hard. I know
Yeah.
it's a hard, and I'm eating it.
Yeah. And same thing when you're like, I tell people they're like, all you eat is like steak every day. I'm like, I have liver, and then they get grossed out by it so much. I'm like, do you know the shit that's in your food like that you eat?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, feel free to help yourself to some egg yolks and some cheese and all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
I'm curious to know, like, have you noticed a difference in health, energy? Like, what's been like the biggest difference with doing carnivore?
I think the biggest difference is probably digestion,
Okay.
which in turn leads to a bunch of other stuff. But the three things I've noticed is digestion, energy, and skin, surprisingly. Yeah. So coming from I'll give you the background of my eating habits over the past few years. So there's this one point in college, like I think January of 2018, I was eating like just normally, mostly home cooked food. And then I watched this vegan propaganda documentary on Netflix called What the Hell?
Okay.
And it's like, that's exactly what it is. It's propaganda backed by like cherry picked studies and not amazing science. So I went vegan literally the next day. And for the next 3 months, I went vegan, and it like fucking destroyed my health. Like joint pain, like freaking like terrible hair, acne, and then my digestion was just terrible. Like I just like could not I just wasn't absorbing food properly because I wasn't getting nutrients because there's not like this meal has more nutrients than like I think I ate in the entire 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean think about it, right? So like vegetables and stuff is great, but like you have to eat so much of them to get like benefits because there's more bioavailable nutrients and minerals in this type of food, in animal-based food, than there is in like plant-based food. So yeah, so I guess my body was just like craving nutrients, which I didn't give it, and then kind of just torched my health for a little while. So, and then one day, I think like after a couple months, I just started incorporating a little bit of meat back in my diet, and next thing you know, my last semester of college started, and I went full-blown standard American diet. So like eating out every day, like chips, soda, like just terrible food for you. And then plus like with the stress of college, my that's when like I had my first flare up for the colitis. So I don't know how I'm pretty sure those are like related pretty heavily. Then I tried to find out the perfect form of like what to eat. Like I was like, what do I not eat to prevent this flare? What do I eat to not flare, or to like calm myself down gut wise? And after lots of experimentation, there was 1 week I ate literally nothing besides boiled chicken and egg whites with no seasoning on it, and that was like the calmest week I had. So I was like, all right, let me go down this route, and then like next thing you know, boom, full carnivore.
Interesting. So that's actually how you got into it, just by straight
because
experimentation.
Straight experimentation because of the gut issue. Yeah, like I knew I needed to change something, and so just a bunch of, and this is like all very anecdotal, right? There's no science, like there's no studies on the carnivore diet because like it wouldn't really benefit the people who make sugary food and like unhealthy food, processed food.
Yeah.
But anecdotal advice and like just self-experimentation.
I feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, N equals 1. I'm sure you've heard of that, right?
I've not.
So it's like, in any study, N equals the number of people that are like doing the study. But in this case, N equals 1. So like I'm experimenting on myself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude.
So, yeah, man.
And you just haven't had a flare up since?
They'll come and go, because it's like, my doctor told me it's an autoimmune condition. Then he also told me that there's no food that, I told him, I was like, what should I not eat? And he told me food has nothing to do with it. But coming from like a health and nutrition background, I'm like, dude, food influences so much of your daily life.
Yeah.
That's impossible, so. The flare-ups have been like far and few in between, and when they come, they like come and go really fast. Yeah. So, kind of nice, man. I literally can't complain because I get to eat delicious food every day, and my gut is happy, and like I feel better. Like I don't have like. Do you ever feel like those 2 p.m. naps? Sometimes.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, I haven't felt one for like the past year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you drink coffee or no caffeine? That's probably it.
Yeah.
Man. That's one thing I can't give up right now.
Yeah. I feel you. What, like, I know you told me that you like cycle on and off of carnivore. What is that?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
So I do it maybe like half a year. So I just kind of got, this year I just kind of got cravings for beer and popcorn. And I went to a couple of parties and, you know, there I didn't want to try to be strict and maintain carnivore. I kind of wanted to just have fun.
Yeah, just let loose a little bit.
You know, but it really, honestly, it was terrible because I felt like I was drinking all this sugar and like eating all these carbs, and I felt shitty. But I think it kind of got me craving some alcohol, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have a little fun, and then I'll come back to it. So, you know, there are things that I just enjoy: popcorn, chips.
Yeah.
Shit, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna live a little for half the year, and then the other half I'm gonna go strict carnivore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang, it's a good way to do it.
But you, man, you're in like monk mode.
Bro, I'm so glad you. Of course, you know what that is. Like the self-development world, the monk mode is pretty essential. I wrote that on my notes. Like as soon as this happened, I was like, 2 things I'm gonna focus on: health and art. Like my only 2 things. Well, art as in like, you know, video editing and
Got you.
making
Okay.
creating content and stuff.
Got it. Nice.
So back then, like before I had my day job, like all I did was like just focus on eating well, working out, going on walks, taking videos, editing videos. That's it. So yeah. Are you on a monk mode kick right now? I know you're like super big into like the spirituality, self-development world,
Yeah,
psychology, success, like all that good stuff.
I am. And I think I went through a phase where I was really having a crisis of faith, a deconstruction of faith. So I came from like a Christian
Background.
conservative Christian background.
Right.
And yeah, I just kind of deconstructed that. And I feel like I'm reconstructing a different kind of faith. I can't explain it, man. I think I'm getting coached by a guy. He's my guru, so to speak. He's enlightened. He's the most loving dude I've ever met. And he's sometimes the coaching like sometimes doesn't make sense because he is like this guru. And he's really all he's asking me to do is surrender. Surrender to love.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I'm like, damn it, like I have like a visceral reaction, like, no, I don't want to do this. Right? You gotta bring it back to the body. You know, that's where reality is the body.
Right.
That's why this personal training is so important, the food.
Yeah.
And all the emotional work. It's all in the body.
And everything's connected.
Yeah.
Mental,
And I've been
spiritual.
in my head this entire time, trying to figure out God. I'm trying to study a holy text and, you know, amass all this knowledge. It doesn't matter. You have to embody that knowledge. And it's hard. It takes work. It means you got to face your demons.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
head on.
You got to surrender.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, this guy has been rocking me. Like I've been closer to God than I've ever been.
Yeah.
But it's not by the mind. It's through the heart.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't like, it's kind of like you can't think it, you gotta feel it type of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And the best way I can put it is, it's like you're using a different muscle, almost like a spiritual muscle, a different mental muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that is a component of, you know, like fitness as a whole, like mental fitness, emotional fitness, spiritual fitness. That's a real thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
So I've been focusing on a lot of that. Yeah, and I haven't been. I think there is a neuroticism. I don't know if I'm in this. Maybe I could be working much harder, right? I definitely could be more disciplined and things like that. But I think there's like an obsession that can happen within the personal development world. But it's like, I'm constantly personally developing. I gotta tackle the next limiting belief, and I gotta read the next book, and
Yeah.
that's where the answer is.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you're like a slave to this need for personal development. Where personal development is really, it was meant to serve you.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to make your life better, is reduce unnecessary suffering. But now like, you know, you're on this like neurotic trip.
Yep.
And so I'm finding like a balance where it's okay. Where's the balance to where the personal development is serving me and I'm serving other people, right? Like you're being fed and then you're feeding other people.
Right.
Right. Surrendering to love, serving others, finding your purpose, all that. So
Right.
that's where I am right now, man. And it's like I'm realizing how not surrendered I am.
Yeah, like how much resistance you have right now.
Yes.
You're just like, there's
How much
so
resistance
much,
I have to love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
To loving
Okay.
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what this guy is showing me.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Dang, man. I know that like that kind of trap of from self-development to like action is such a big step. Like like you can read all the books you want, you can watch all the seminars, you can go to all the seminars you want, watch all the videos you want, but then like implementing it, that's like a whole nother ball game.
Yes.
Like completely different. Yeah. And you're just like, because when you do it, there's real like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word that's not consequences, but real effects that happen. And like, you're like, oh, I don't know if like I could, like if you do something, you're not sure if you can handle it yet. So
That's really
we just stay stuck in that like Tyler calls it mental masturbation.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
we just, because we just focus on, I just gotta read the book. I just gotta watch a video. And like our brain thinks that like we're doing something,
Yeah.
even though we're not.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in that exact same mode before, man. Yeah.
I'm the king of mental masturbation.
You're the king of mental masturbation. Nice. It's a good, it's a hashtag right there. Yeah.
But you know, we can come out from that, and it is scary. Yeah, because you're right. Like it's change. You have to. You're actually changing something in the real world. And
That's scary.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I think this will be the deepest podcast I'll have on the channel for sure. I mean, I only have like 3 other ones, so.
Nice. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought you've had like several videos.
Oh, I have a bunch of videos, but like,
Okay.
long form podcast, I haven't really done them in a long time. Like,
Okay.
the first one was with my homie Roger. His last name is actually Tang as well. I don't know if you guys, yeah, but so Roger, and then the second one was like all 4 of my roommates, and then the third one, like my old roommates, and then the third one was just like one of my old roommates and one of my current friends, and we just like we just shot the shit, and then we talked about music for like 45 minutes. Like,
What's the podcast called?
the Fifth Corner. So my fitness brand is called Four Corners Fitness. So it's just like, yeah, it kind of just came to me one day. I was like, oh, the Fifth Corner podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah, but my channel name is just under my name, Afraz Fitaria. So I'll send you over a link after this.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so we were talking earlier like about the taking action stage.
Yep.
But it's just like so comfortable to read the books and not do anything that's where like our brain just like wants the comfortable thing, you know, like it wants the easy like dopamine hit, you know.
Yeah.
So it'd rather stay in and watch Netflix and then like read a book rather than like read the book and then go out and do something.
Take action.
Take action, yeah.
Yeah. You're right, bro. We want to maintain homeostasis. Actually, this is something that I think maybe the first time, not the first time. I probably heard it before this, but it sticks out in my mind. I went to the RSD Sarah workshop a while back.
Yeah.
And I think we met each other a little before that.
Right.
But one thing she just mentioned in passing is like, you know, we're addicted to our depression.
The brain loves negativity.
Yeah. And it's true. We want to maintain that. And I was there. I was addicted to my depression. As crazy as it sounds, it serves us. You know, like everything, all of our behaviors, our states of mind, they serve us in some way. Our thinking patterns, right? It keeps us safe.
Yeah.
It's it's a protection mechanism. You know.
Right.
And we have to let that go, surrender, take action, face the uncomfortability, and then start to
that's
rewire.
going to allow us to develop.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What have you found is like your trigger to start taking action? Like what causes
I'm
you
one of
to-
those guys, and I think this is common, man. Like humans are really simple, right?
Mhm.
We move towards pleasure and away from pain. So
Yep.
I'm still learning this lesson.
Yeah.
Where I get to a point where, oh my gosh, I'm in way too much pain.
Mhm.
I have to do something.
Mm. Like it hits you, right?
And it's like, okay, yep, I have to change.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm still learning that lesson. But ideally, ideally should be drawn by love or pleasure or passion, purpose.
Mhm.
Something not pain. Pain is great. We actually need to love our pain. It's an indicator
Right.
saying something's wrong, change something.
Change something.
Actually, it's a blessing, right? But then we can also learn to love the pleasure as well,
Right.
being drawn by that.
Yeah. 'Cause that just feels good.
Yeah.
Like the pleasure you get. Oh man, when the peppers went down my throat. Yeah, the pleasure you get from like watching Netflix is greater than the pleasure you get from like meditating for 20 minutes at 1st. And
Yes.
then over a period of time, that like instant gratification. You seen that chart? It's like instant gratification causes a positive at the beginning, but negative in the
then-
long term.
But then,
And then delayed gratification is like negative in the short term, but like positive in the long term.
yes.
Yeah. So at first it's like, fucking meditating. Like I can't sit still for 20 minutes in a row, but then doing it consistently, like forcing yourself to do it, like
Yeah.
eventually you won't need the willpower to do it anymore because it'll become like a habit.
It becomes habit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's so key, man. Is we're creatures of habit,
Yeah.
and if we can change our habits, we can change our lives.
Yeah, change reality.
Yeah, like changing your life is actually super simple. It's hard,
Yeah.
but it's simple.
It is. Yeah.
Create
It's
the
like-
right habits.
Yep.
Go work out,
Yeah.
meditate, journal, set some goals,
Yeah.
have some accountability,
Get some sunlight every day.
get sunlight,
Yeah.
take a walk, right?
Yeah.
Dude, eat.
Eat
Start eating steak.
nutritious food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really simple. Well, why don't we do it? It's hard. We're
Yeah.
creatures of habit.
Yeah.
We're addicted to our way of being.
Yeah. That's true. That's
you
true.
know? So, yeah, create good habits. Just start with like really, really simple. I think Charles Duhigg talks about like keystone habit. And I think this is where like fitness has helped me so much
Yeah.
because you start getting into a routine and then you start building on that routine, right?
And it translates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I find that when I'm not working out, everything else kind of goes to shit. But if I am, then I can start to build on that. Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like if I were to offer one piece of advice to anybody to like whether they want to get fit, like make more money, have better relationships, I think like getting your body in check, like working out, is the greatest place to start. And I think I'm a little biased because I'm a personal trainer, of course, but like once you can work out and like go to the gym consistently, even when you don't feel like it, you can start doing other things that you don't feel like doing. It's like it kind of sets off a chain reaction of like, man, my buddy just texted me about this the other day. He's like, life is just a series of decision trees that depend on the other whatever. I forgot what it was, but it was like, say like it's like working out, not working out. It's like if you don't work out, you watch Netflix, you eat bad food. Like you work out, you eat healthy food, you meditate. Like
Yes.
net positive, net positive, net positive.
That's a good way to put it, man. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah.
So like when you are working out consistently, what do you feel like? What are the other improvements that you feel happen in your life?
I feel generally happier.
Yeah.
I feel more like a badass too.
Yeah,
Because
of course,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm lifting heavy.
Yeah. You're like
And-
Goku.
Yeah. And then I'll start to remember to do like embodiment work, grounding exercises. So something I do is like the Asian squat. And that'll help me feel my body, feel my feet on the ground. That's our grounding. That's our psychological justification for being on this earth, right? Getting in touch with the earth, the floor, and with your body, right?
Going out in nature.
Yeah, yeah, that's important. That's something I have not been doing. I like hate bugs. I'm like, I
Oh.
and it's hot. I'm like, damn, I want to stay in. Yeah, no, that's actually super important. I need to do that. Yeah, man, I just start to have a more positive mindset. I start to think about my goals. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Plus, exercise is a natural antidepressant. And
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge. I've been reading on and off a book called The Depression Cure.
The Depression Cure?
I don't know if you've heard of that, because I feel like you're saying everything that this guy's saying. He's
Really?
a psychologist. He's done a lot of research on like what actually cures depression, and he's found that look, there's natural antidepressants.
There is, yeah.
Exercise, sunlight, getting enough sunlight, balancing your omega-3s and omega-6s.
Huge. Yeah.
Social connection. Learning how to battle rumination, right? Like you're changing your thinking patterns, awareness. So like all these things, actually, if you do all these things, like most cases, cure depression. And it works better than drugs.
100%.
It works better.
Yeah. But drugs like mess with your brain chemistry.
Yep.
And your body chemistry a lot.
Yeah.
Have you found like there's people in your life that do deal with depression and you try to kind of bring this type of stuff up and they just reject it completely?
I guess the people that I hang out with usually vibe on the same level. Like they're aware of their stories for the most part, or that they're wanting to improve themselves. So I think I don't think I've met too many people who have like rejected it. I think maybe I was one of those people, in the sense that like I was addicted to my depression.
Right.
And I just like did not want to change.
Yeah.
But no, I think the people I hang out with, they're like,
That's
they're
cool.
on the same page. They want to grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with, for sure. Yeah, every time whenever I try to bring up small subtleties like that, I'm like, yeah, are you working out? Are you getting sunlight? Are you getting in nature? Are you meditating? Are you reading? And they're like, oh man, I already tried all that. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be in the state you're in right now, right? But I don't know. I think it's just that instant gratification thing again, where it's like, all that's hard to do.
Yeah, hard to do consistently.
Consistently, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard working out. It's hard eating nutritious. It's hard getting sunlight. It's hard meditating. You know what's also hard? Being depressed.
Yeah, it is
Like
hard, bro.
it's like you gotta. It's like
It's a lot of energy.
right? Yeah, and like if you're putting in energy, time, and effort into being depressed, you can put energy, time, and effort into doing all these things that will help combat it to a point as well.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like I don't understand, like, because it's really hard for us to change the viewpoint of someone because that's going through that consistently, that's been through that a long time, and like I just want to help them get out of it, but it's hard because of where they're at.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Right.
I'm like, man, I want to be a good friend, you know?
Yes.
And like me saying that, I think I'm being a good friend, and then it's like, man, they're like, I don't need to hear that right now, you know?
Huh.
It's like, yeah, I don't know.
They need to be aware, and they need to want
Yeah.
it. They have to want.
That's true, yeah.
They have to want change.
You have to want to be not depressed.
Yes. Yeah. And something that I recommend everyone do is find a coach. If you need counseling, go get counseling. There's no shame in that.
100%, yeah.
And do the things that you've been mentioning. They all work.
Yeah.
Like studies have shown this.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, for me, like I was in a place where I knew I was addicted to my depression. I knew I didn't want to change.
Yeah.
I knew it, but I was miserable. There was some light. There was like a tiny little sliver of light in me that was
just
like,
a little bit, yeah.
I could change, and I don't want to be depressed.
Yeah.
And so I had to like tap into that tiny little part of me that wanted to change. And so I hired a coach.
Right.
And I was a terrible client, so bad, because I was so depressed and I didn't want to engage with the coaching or any of it, right? I was just hoping like, I want to pay you money and you fix me.
You know, I just want to go away.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's not how it works, right? He's there to facilitate, lead me and guide me, but I got to do the work.
Right.
But what was amazing was he was a loving and guiding hand. And I had him text me every day or like message me every day and be like, dude, did you do did you work out? Did you meditate? Blah, blah, blah. Right? I had him like hound my ass. And then obviously we did regular coaching sessions. We went through my shit. And because of that, because he like put pressure on me from love, I started to do the meditation. I did a loving kindness meditation.
Okay.
It's really simple, right? You feel into your heart. You say, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be whole, all this stuff.
I've done something
may
like
I be
that,
loved. And then like you try to exude that love to other people, like through visualization, right? And then you just do that. And you know what, bro? It was so painful at first.
Yeah.
Because all I felt was the pain and the depression and the self-hatred. But he hounded my ass. I did it consistently. And then one day it just broke. One day I just started to feel love, joy, but I had to do it consistently.
Yeah, do it consistently, right? And then you felt it's like at the beginning that chart, right? In the instantaneously, it was like you didn't feel
nothing
good.
bad,
Nothing. Yeah,
it sucks.
Pain, right? At first,
yeah.
And then eventually you hit this like breaking point where you're like, boom.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like that for everything. That's the pain period exists for everything. You know, like when I worked at the gym, from January 1st to January like 22nd, the gym was packed with people because of New Year's resolutioners. Come February, bro, it's back to being normal. It's empty. Maybe there's like one out of every 10 people that join on New Year's will stay for like an additional few months, but like most of them will end up falling off. And then there's like these few rare ones that like, you know, make it a habit, but most of the time that really doesn't happen at all.
Yeah. And dude, I feel for them, man.
Yeah, I really do.
Because their intentions are good.
Yeah.
Right? They're saying, yeah, I'm feeling pain right now. My life isn't where I want to be. I need to get healthy or fit or whatever, right? And dude, I feel that.
Yeah.
I just have compassion.
Yeah, man.
It's like their intents are good, but it's there's just not enough pain and not enough pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
I think also like willpower is great, but that shit like runs out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like we only have a certain amount of willpower every single day. And like go to work, taking care of kids, whatever, you know, boom, boom, boom. By the time you get to the end of the day, you haven't worked out, you have this much willpower left.
Yep.
You're like,
you're screwed.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
That's why habit.
Yes, dude, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
Consistency is a big thing.
Yeah, because it's not about gritting your teeth and saying, I'm going to try harder.
Yeah.
No, work smarter and hard.
And harder.
Harder, but work smart and understand your psychology, understand how humans work, and become aware of your tendencies and patterns and habits and why you do that and your triggers. And if you know that, if you become aware, this is the key. Awareness is the key. Mm-hmm. I had to become aware that I was depressed and miserable and I didn't want to change, but there was a part of me that did.
Right.
And then once, I hired a coach to increase my awareness. I didn't even know I needed to increase my awareness, but it did. But awareness is the key. If we are aware, we can change. Easy. Simple.
It's a fire quote right there.
Yeah.
If we are aware, we can change.
Yes.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. That's dope.
So, all about that, and then not trying to increase your willpower, but create good habits.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever read James Clear's Atomic Habits?
I have not. That's on my list.
Good book.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I just looked at the summary.
Nice. Yeah. But hey,
those book summary YouTube channels are pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. But his biggest thing was like what Darren Hardy says in The Compound Effect.
One of my favorite books.
1/4% better every day.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Over the course of a year, like 36% better at what you started with.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like so real. You can just like small chunk your way. Like I remember I would meditate for like 2 minutes one day.
Yeah.
And the next day I would meditate for 2.5 minutes. And the next day I meditate for 2.5. Like I did like a whole week of just like 2-minute meditations.
Yeah.
Then I just bumped it up like 30 seconds, slow and steady. And now I can. I'm not doing it every day, but it's weird. Like I don't do it every day, but I'm consistent.
Yeah.
Like
you still stay on it.
Yeah, I can do it every other day or every 2 days. Mm-hmm. I can do a 10-minute guided meditation and sit still, no problem now. And like that used to be fucking like I used to have so many thoughts going in and out of my head, even when there was like someone else's voice talking during guided meditation. But now it's like okay, I can relax. I can sit in a room and do nothing for 10 minutes. Yeah.
And just, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So.
See, bro, I'll say something here.
Yeah.
What we're talking about, the answers are all there
Yeah.
right now. I don't know if I should be talking into that, but like the
Yeah.
answers are there.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all
Yeah.
free.
It is. It's out there. It's out there.
Everything's
Everything's
free.
out there.
Literally.
Yeah.
You just listen to like this conversation and
Yeah.
you implement.
Yeah.
And even now, I'm like hearing myself say it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, there are things that I have implemented, but there are things I haven't implemented.
Right.
One thing that we can start to ask ourselves is, what's stopping me?
Yeah. What's holding us back
What's
right
stopping
now?
you?
What's holding
you
us
list
back right
everything,
now? Yep.
and you just again you become aware.
Yep.
Become aware of what's stopping you.
Right.
But the answers are all there, bro. Like
Yeah.
literally right now, you can go, just YouTube. You can buy a book. Like
Yeah.
it's there, but
It
it's all
is.
about the implementation and taking action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Executing.
Yes.
At its most basic form, like once you execute, I feel like there's a quote that I could have said that would have made that sound
That would've been, like,
more powerful.
awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like once you execute, everything else starts falling into place. But until then, it's like you're just analysis paralysis. You're just
Yes.
sitting there, and it's hard to. It's just hard. It's and like sometimes like we get stuck in that state, and it's just like, oh, it feels so good. You're like, I'm learning so much, but I'm not doing anything with the knowledge.
Yeah.
And like that's when I realized like I was doing the same. Like I would read. I'm sure you've read Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
I've listened to it, audio.
Audiobook,
Yeah,
right?
great book.
Yeah.
Great book.
Dude, I literally have it. Right now it's in the bathroom, but usually it's on my nightstand. And like anytime like I wake up feeling anxious or something, I'll just turn to like, you can turn to any page in that book, read a paragraph, and you'll be good after,
Yeah. Dude, that's good.
But like that, in his next book, A New Earth, that was a really good one too. But there's a story in there about the king who has the ring, whatever, the ring with the inscription. Like the king is like very anxious all the time.
Oh, it says, this too shall pass?
This too shall pass.
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So like
Good.
that's literally what I think of all the time. Like it's like if I'm beginning to take action sometime and like there's that pain period, it's like this too shall pass.
That's good.
Eventually
man.
it'll be a beast. Like, you know,
Yes.
like you hit rock bottom, you're not gonna be there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
This too shall pass.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the worst thing in the world just happened. Understand it, feel it
Yes.
in the moment.
Yes.
Like feel the emotions, breathe through them, everything.
Yes.
But just know this too shall pass. COVID-19. It's been going, like people are losing their shit. And I'm just here like, hey, it's gonna end.
Eventually,
It's gonna end eventually,
Yeah, when, but-
whether it be 2021 or 2025 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's gonna end. And like that's
good.
what brings me back to like, you know, like gets me grounded again.
Serenity.
Yeah, serenity
Yes.
and back to the center point.
Yes.
And then just really like kind of living in the present, but knowing that doing whatever you're doing in the present, doing it consistently will like bring the positive outcome in the future. So
Bro, I need
Yeah.
to hear that.
yeah,
This too shall pass.
this too shall pass, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Glad I can help you out with
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing you told me earlier today about like the thing we started off with, the surrendering,
Yeah.
that's so important, dude. My girlfriend and I were just talking about that the other day. Like, Islam directly translates to submission,
Mhm.
right? And like, I just haven't been very religious lately. Like, I still follow my values and stuff, but I mean, like the place we go to pray hasn't been open for like almost 6 months. Not that this should matter, but like, haven't really like, you know, focused on like submitting to the higher power, like whatever it may be to anybody watching. But I haven't really submitted to it lately. I'm just like kind of doing my own thing. Like I'm just like carrying everything on my own. Because I'm like yeah, like I'm gonna be the one that sets the outcome for whatever it is. But I don't know. I felt like I was going somewhere with this, but
Yeah. But that's true, man.
something I do
You know,
need to work on.
Taking full responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Extreme ownership.
Yeah.
Also a great book. Didn't read it. Book summary.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Extreme
Yeah.
ownership.
Yeah, it's by this guy named Jocko. You ever heard of him?
Yes.
He has a podcast. Jocko
I've
Willink.
have not listened to his podcast. I've heard of him. He's
Yeah.
like a Navy SEAL? Or?
Yeah, he's a Navy SEAL. Him and this other guy do a podcast, and he's just super intense on like he's like everything that happens is my fault. Oh, I got stuck in traffic. I could have left 5 minutes early. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got sick. No, I could have done something to prevent it. It's like, oh, like, and it's just like all these little things. So that way, like, there's no like internal, external locus of control. There's no external. There's nothing on the external that can control you.
Yeah.
You control everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like you have the
You have the ability to
ability to control everything.
Yeah.
When everything is your fault, it's like, I could have controlled that, you know? But
It's actually, dude. It's actually one of the most empowering things.
it is.
Because you can change.
Yeah.
You made something bad happen, well, you can make something
Make
good
something good
happen.
happen. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Man, this is a really good talk. Definitely needed it
Yeah.
for sure. Or just like talking about it makes us more aware too.
I found that, yeah.
Yeah. Mind if I kill this real quick?
You do it.
Yeah, man, it's like all the stuff that we've like read and studied and all the action that we've taken is like has added up to get us to the point where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're exactly where we deserve to be at this moment. You ever heard of that? You ever heard that quote?
I'm sure I have.
We are exactly where we deserve to be.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me aware that I'm choosing my own misery.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But let's turn it on its head. It makes
Yeah.
you aware that you're choosing your own
I
happiness.
could choose it. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
choose something else. I could choose
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, I saw one of your posts a long time ago that was like the "I'll be happy when"
Oh yeah,
thing.
man.
Like I forgot. It was a long time. It was like a while back.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, "I'll be happy when
XYZ.
XYZ. I'll be happy when I get this job, when I get this apartment, when I meet this girl, like whatever, right?"
Yeah.
But then I forgot what you wrote. You're like, I did this, and like I realized that like I'm still the same me, even though I
Yeah.
have this thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, so choose to be happy now,
Yes. Yes.
and then pursue those things in a state of happiness, in a state of like, Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
That's something I'm really learning, especially this coaching with Thomas. Is, dude, you're living a good life right now.
yeah,
You have a good job. There are so many things we can be grateful for, and we always put so much meaning on some external thing. We think that some external thing will give us happiness, when we get it, and then it's like, okay, now what? Because
exactly. Yep.
we can choose to feel happy now and get the thing, and it'll be even better, right?
Yeah.
Or we can choose to be miserable now, think that that thing's going to give us happiness. We get it, and we're still miserable.
Still miserable, and then we're asking ourselves why,
Yeah.
and then we're wondering what's the point? Yeah. I forgot what that word is. Nihilism, existentialism,
guess-
nihilism. It's like what's the point?
Yeah.
Of things,
Yeah.
and then I found that does happen. Like whenever you think, oh, I'll be happy when, and then that thing happens, then you're not happy. You're like, what was the point of that?
Mhm.
What's the point of this?
Yeah.
What's the point of anything?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Good.
These things, what was I going to say?
My bad.
They give us what we want. Why we want that thing is because it will give us a feeling.
Yes, a sensation.
We will feel rich.
Yep.
We will feel
Yep.
abundant. We will feel loved.
Yeah.
And that's great. No, like that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with getting having goals, getting them, and moving forward with life. But like, if you can choose right now to give yourself that feeling,
Yeah. That's powerful.
right? But we have that. We have that ability.
Yeah.
Going back to like full extreme ownership, and going back to we have the power of awareness. We can choose our own feelings. We can give it to. It takes work.
Yeah.
It takes consistent work, but
100%.
you can do that. So then we're not a slave to trying to chase these things, material things, success, whatever you define as success.
Mm-hmm.
And now we own that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well said, man. That's so. I just hope like these videos, these long videos, don't ever get views like much because I don't have that many subscribers or anything. I just do.
Yeah,
I just. That's the other thing. I enjoy doing this.
Yes.
Because I enjoy doing this.
Yes.
Like I enjoy doing this just to do it. Like I care less about the views or the subscribers or whatever, but I just enjoy having meaningful conversations with people and then just documenting them.
Yeah.
Like as soon as this video is like edited and like editing is gonna be fun. And like once the video is uploaded, that's where I'm content, right? Everything else is just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know, when someone's like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast," and like, you know, this was a great point. Like that's like fucking like I'm like up here when someone says that because it's like oh, it's actually benefiting you. That's good.
Yes.
But just doing it is just awesome, and that's what just doing something to do something.
Yes.
Is the key to like
Enjoyment.
everything. Enjoyment, yeah.
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how you know you're being present as well.
No,
Like,
that's a
when
good
there's,
point.
like,
That's a great point.
When
Yeah.
there's joy in when there's joy, fuck. What does Eckhart Tolle say? There's like joy, ease, or contentment in what you're doing. You know you're being present. But if there's anxiety, disorder, or fear, then you know you're not being present because you're not in the moment. You're thinking about what could happen or like what happened in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's good, man.
So yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoyment, huge, man.
huge, big thing.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and man, I feel like I need to thank him again for something else. But
Yeah.
I'm just reminded of that. I think he's been one of my greatest teachers in this. We just had a conversation, man. I love this guy. He's also Asian too.
Yeah.
But,
Right on.
We were talking about like riding the wave of life,
Yeah.
enjoyment, alignment.
Yep.
Because he used to do, and you know how like with minorities, you know, our parents are very hard.
Yes.
Out of love, but
Yeah.
they want us to perform, right? It's all about
They
performance.
want us to succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you get into this mentality like, oh, I have to perform in order to be loved.
Oh.
Right?
Like I have to get a
That
certain
kind of-
result
yes,
to get a
so I
certain
can get
feeling
approval.
from my parents.
Yeah, or other people. It translates
Yeah.
to other people. And so we like on this neurotic loop. And I'm just having this conversation with him, man, and he's just like telling me his entire story and how he got to a point where it's like now he's just like, dude, I just do it because I enjoy it.
And for himself.
In my body.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, for himself. And you know what?
So,
Because he got to a point where he just quit everything, right? He went to India and he realized like, wow, like what the fuck am I doing?
yeah.
Because these guys are they're just in peace and serenity and bliss.
They're just chilling.
They're just yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been like working so hard to try to get approval and try to make it and all this stuff. And so he just quit everything and he just chilled. He just chilled. And then his body started to heal because like he dealt with like a lot of like disease stuff.
Wow.
And yeah, he started to get healthier, make better connection with his friends, and then he started up a morning routine again.
Yeah.
And like he just enjoyed it, and so he built. Dude, his morning routine is freaking 3 hours. That freaking part-time job.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but he loves it.
Yeah.
He does it because he enjoys
He does
it.
it. Yeah. So it's not work to him.
It's not work.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And so now he's just been like riding the wave of life, man. He's just chilling.
Dude.
He still works.
Yeah.
But it's a overarching state of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's enjoyment in everything that he's doing. So
Yes.
it feels everything he's doing is like,
like
you know,
love.
good to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's what ties back to what we were saying at the beginning.
Yeah, surrender.
Surrendering.
Yeah.
Surrendering to the moment and what you're doing and enjoying what you're doing. That's dang. Riding the wave of life. Yeah. It's like also like, you know, like upward spiral.
Upward spiral.
Yeah, it's like in my job interview for this job, the first interviewer said was, "Why are you here?" And I said, "Well, man, I'm a young, ambitious 24-year-old riding the upward spiral of life,
Ooh.
and I feel like that this is a great place to showcase my skills." That was my first sentence to the guy,
Nice,
right?
dude.
Right? And I
Got
truly
it.
meant every word, and I'm sure like he could feel it, you know, because like law of state transference, like whatever you feel, the other person feels.
Right.
And so, like riding the wave of life, riding the upward spiral, like taking the upward spiral in life, like it's like everything is just like, even though it's normal to most people, it's so like you're accepting of the present moment, or like accepting of everything that comes to you, accepting things as they come,
Yeah.
that you're kind of like, you're going up, you're like, you know how people say like, oh, I'm spiraling downwards. Like I'm going into like a depressed spiral, or going into a, whatever the opposite of depression is, like happiness spiral or something, you know?
Yeah, there's momentum going.
Yeah, momentum. That's a great word.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't think of words sometimes randomly. Like, yeah, but yeah, momentum. Like riding the upward momentum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that's
Yeah.
good. We need momentum. Once you have momentum, it gets easy.
It does. Yeah. Because then it's like you have like the wave analogy. Like when there's like when the wave is like this small, and then the wave is like you're riding the wave as you get closer and closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But creating that momentum is hard.
That's hard.
And yeah,
exactly.
it's going back to the compound effect, right? It's pain, and then it gets easy.
Yeah, it's like the exponential growth graph, where like the graph goes like you know, it's like this for the longest time, and then it just shoots up.
Boom. Yep.
Yeah, or the dip.
The dip.
Was it Seth Godin?
I'm not familiar.
Okay, I actually read this one. It's only like 50 pages, but it's a pretty short book. But he's like, so he has this like graph where he's like this is what's it? Time. This bottom part is time, and this x-axis is motivation.
Yeah.
Right. This x-axis is time, and the y-axis is motivation. And like at the beginning, motivation is the highest, right? Imagine the New Year's resolution.
That's right.
Right. So as time increases, motivation goes down to a point where there's like the dip, where you're at the lowest point, and either at that point people either quit or they keep going. If they quit, it's over. Like it's just another graph. Like it's another experience for them that's like this. It's like, oh, didn't work.
Yeah.
Right? But if they keep going, then eventually you get to this dip, and then you go back up.
Oh.
And then you're back to the high motivation, yeah. But that dip happens for like anytime anyone starts anything new. Like I'm sure you've noticed, like motivation is super high.
Yep.
And then time goes by, and then you're like, oh man, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And then like you either stop, you keep going. Those are the only two choices. Like you stop or you keep going. And if you keep going, then eventually, like you go back up. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. You know what that reminds me is I was kind of going through, I guess a dip, like a contraction phase, right when COVID hit. I just let because I kind of got sick. I didn't know if it was COVID or not. You know, people were testing me at the time. But I was just like chilling at home, doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I was just, you know, creating bad habits, right? And it's like, damn, like I'm like back in like apathy again. And I kind of feel a little depressed.
I know that feeling.
And like I'm not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
And I was just talking to one of the coaches that I work with, and he's like, yeah, dude, you'll bounce back, man. Just take some action. Or so, he said something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said. But I'm like, okay. And I did start to take action on like things that I was you know, passionate about, that was meaningful to me. And then I started getting the motivation again.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, taking some action will actually start to get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting that you said that, like when you were feeling apathetic or down, and you took action.
Yeah, and then it kind of broke it.
And then that caused you,
right? And then you do a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most people are in the thinking where I have to feel good to take action. Right. But it's like you take action to feel good.
No, that's good.
Like so that's exactly what you did, and that's what got you back to like, you know, firing on all cylinders again, right? Like or like kind of slowly progressing back to the way you were before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing. Just like when in doubt, take action.
Good.
Like, when in doubt, take action. Like, yeah. Boom.
10x.
Hashtag. Oh, Grant Cardone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about Grant Cardone.
Same here. I read that book maybe like 2-3 years ago, and really liked the book.
Yes.
Then I found out Grant Cardone is like a bit scammy. Like, or a bit like, he's like not 100% trustworthy. I don't know.
Yeah. And he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he's a dick.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched him and Jordan Belfort. They did a podcast together.
No, that sounds pretty epic.
That was maybe like earlier this year.
Dang, Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But you know what? Jordan Belfort was a great host, great conversationalist, and really tried to like respect Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
And interview him, right?
Right.
But Grant was just being an asshole. He was just trying to out, like you could tell he was trying to like out alpha Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And yeah, like, and Jordan Belfort was respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, there are parts where he was like, you know, he gave him pushback.
Of course.
Because, yeah. But yeah, dude, it was such a turn off. That was the breaking point for me. I was just like, I don't want to listen to Grant Cardone anymore. He was just trying to out alpha, just like, bro.
Just beat his chest and...
Yeah, dude, it was so... And the things that were coming out of his mouth were so dumb. And he was trying to defend it. Yeah.
Dang. He probably wasn't thinking. He probably just wanted the clout or the attention at that point, and then just... Yeah.
He just wanted to, like... I felt like he just wanted to prove that he was, like, a better businessman, better salesperson than Jordan. And it's just like, bro, what are you trying to do, man?
And it kind of bit him in the ass because Jordan... Like, I guess he wanted to get a reaction out of Jordan, too. And Jordan probably was just like... He's very composed. Like, I mean, I guess Jordan Belfort, like, I've seen a few interviews of him, and, like, he's, like... He can be, like, kind of, like, in your face. Like, he can be very intense, but, like, he's very, like, composed. Like, he's very congruent.
Yeah, okay,
So,
that's good.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. So... Yeah, dang, that's pretty funny. I gotta check that out. I kind of just want to, like, go and read the comments of that.
Yeah, dude. It was huge.
Yeah.
It kind of blew up, and
Yeah.
people commented on
Dang,
that.
I can't remember. I didn't hear about that. That happened earlier this year?
I think it was earlier this year or last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, man. I guess the moral of the story is you can take action and not be an asshole.
And
And be surrendered and be in love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There's this thing I have. It's like I want to, like, I love, like, the positive thinking, and, like, I know there's this word called toxic positivity.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't, like, I'm positive to a point where it's like, I don't think it's like that, because it's like genuine feelings of optimism coming from my end.
Yeah.
And I just want to, like, exude those like, I just want to, like, spread those feelings out as much as possible into the world.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like, karma will come back to me, you know, whatever.
Yes.
Right? But sometimes it's hard to just, like, I can be optimistic all I want. Like, I can make, like, you know, I work a sales job, so I can make 50 calls a day and get 50 fuck-offs and just keep calling, just because I know, I was like, oh, the next one will.
Yeah, that's good.
I was like, the next one will pick up. Same thing with girls, you know? It's like, oh, like, I could get rejected 50 times in one night, but it's like, oh, the next one will be fine. The next one will be fine. Or, like,
Wow. That's good.
you know, because at that point, you're just taking action. Because if you stop, then you're not taking action anymore. Like, it's just like, yeah, which is good sometimes, because then you can, like, regroup and, like,
Reassess.
you're like, why are these, like, customers telling me to fuck off on the phone? What am I saying? Like, why am I getting slapped in the face when I go out to clubs? Like, which hasn't happened yet, but it's like, what am I doing? Like, let me regroup and see what I'm doing that I could improve on.
Right.
You know? Like, let me better my game on the phone, like my work, like my verbiage that I use, or like my messaging, and see how that plays a part in whatever the next, like, and then go back to taking action.
Right.
Working smart and hard, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
I felt like you were going somewhere with that, or
I think I was. Did I just end it too early?
because now I'm not sure. Like, or maybe I wanted to say it. I don't know. But
Yeah,
no,
like yeah. So you can take a shit ton of action,
Yeah.
like take massive action, and just go crazy on the action taking. But you need. Oh, dude. Okay, I know what it is. It's instead of, you know how, like, people say ready, aim, fire.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
ready,
yeah.
fire, aim.
Yeah.
Like, I said that quote a lot. Like, it's a Gary Vaynerchuk quote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he's like, just do it and then adjust. So, like, do it and then the word is calibrate.
Calibrate.
Dude. That's we were thinking of the exact same thing. So, like, you call the person, and then, like, depending on if they're having a bad day or whatever, you calibrate after the open. Same thing in real life. So once you get calibrated, then you know, like, then you can keep taking the action and get to the result that you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think you were originally talking about, like, how you have this positivity that you just want to spread to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably calibrate that too. That's a great idea. Calibrating
Your positivity. Yep.
to whoever I'm speaking to.
Right,
or
right.
whatever group I'm with.
That reminds me of, I think it was either Tyler, I think it was Julian.
Yeah.
Julian. He talks a lot about letting go with David Hawkins, which is a great book. One of the books that I
dude, I'm reading Power versus Force right now.
Oh, you are? Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's a slow read for me.
Oh, really?
A lot of big words.
Oh,
Not gonna lie. But yeah, Let It Go, by the same author.
Yes,
Yeah.
great book. And I think I was watching one of these videos with Julian, and he's saying like, dude, you give different advice to different people.
True. Yep.
You can't tell a depressed person to be positive, and like it makes it worse. Like I was there.
Yeah.
Right, and I tried to have like motivational posters and stuff.
Yeah.
And it would just make it worse. Like this positive thing, you
Oh,
get more
wow.
depressed. And so you can't tell a person, like a depressed person, to be positive. Now, if they're like angry, you got them riled up, right? They want it really badly. Yeah, and then you transition them to some positive thinking. They go up the emotional scale, right? David talks about the emotional scale.
Yep.
You have courage, acceptance, peace, which are the top, right? The
Yeah.
higher emotion.
Yep.
Now, yeah, so if you're in like anger or desire or pride, you go up.
Yeah.
But if you're in like the lower emotions, apathy, fear, it's very hard to get yourself up into courage, acceptance, peace.
Yeah.
So you got to have different advice for that group of people in different states.
Dude, that
it's not that the
is
advice is wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's just it wasn't calibrated to the right
Yeah.
people. Oh
Right.
man, that's awesome.
So yeah, we should be positive and spread positivity. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that person might need to hear something different at that moment in
time. Yeah. That's where I have a tough time being empathetic. Like I know that's a huge thing. Like you should be empathetic, and it's a big thing for just success in life, success in sales, and with women, with finances, everything. Like you have to be empathetic, and like it's so hard. Like I'm learning it now, like slow and steady. But like it's so hard for me to put myself in someone else's shoes and feel exactly what they're feeling. Yeah. And then like come back from that, and then like be like, oh, what would I want to hear if I was in that position? And I'm just like, I don't know how to do that. It's just so tough.
But you're aware, bro.
Yeah, I'm aware of it, and it's something I'm definitely working on. So
yeah.
But that makes so much sense. Different people need to hear different things for different places they are in their life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man. I think you just taught me something very important that I need to like. I definitely need to work on that, because I think I give everyone very similar advice. Because when you're like coming from the self-help world, you read all these books and you learn all this stuff, and
and you just want to share it.
You just want to share it with the world. Yeah, you're like, bro, just fucking just do these affirmations and meditate and like talk to yourself in the mirror, and then like someone's here like just going through hell, and like I can't, like I don't know what they're going through. I just tell them like what I think is right. So it's like, hey, this probably isn't the best information for you. Hey, let's start with like, just thinking about the good shit in your life right now. Fuck the affirmations. You can meditate later.
Exactly.
But like,
exactly.
Just like, hey, what's good in your life right now? Like, what's good? That's why I heard this quote that was like, don't ask people how's it going or what's going on. Ask people what's good.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Like, hey, Justin, what's good?
Yeah.
Like, and then you start to focus on positive. Exactly. There's so much shit I feel like we can talk about. Like I was just thinking of, we were talking about like apathy and flow, like the flow state. Like, have you heard that? Like the graph, right? Like when you're in, like when the challenge meets the skill.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Then you'll be in your flow state, and like, dude, I have that. Like I got this giant poster board, and like I drew that chart in the gym at my parents' house. Like that's where I used to train my clients at. And I just draw that. Everybody would come in, like my friends and stuff, would be like, "Yo, what's this chart?" And I would explain to them how flow state works. And it's
interesting.
Like it's so relatable to everybody. Like one of my friends, one of my friends raps. Like he's a musician. Like, and then one of my friends plays the guitar. One of my friends plays the accordion. Like, so I'm like, would put it into like relatable terms for them. I'm just like, hey, like this is like when you play a song on the accordion that you find hard, but you played the accordion for so long that you don't realize time's going by. And that's like, that's really key for people to like kind of hone into, like that flow state.
Yeah.
So
it's a testament to human potential.
Yeah.
And it also goes back to enjoyment.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Because there is challenge,
Yeah.
right? It's not like you're just bumming around doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
There is challenge and work and effort, but yeah, it's like where it's meeting.
Yeah.
And there's enjoyment.
Yep.
And then you're tapping into your potential.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, tapping into your potential. That's a huge thing, man. People don't realize like the potential they have
Yes.
either.
Yeah. They don't. And that's like part of my mission, man, is showing people, like really believing in them, really seeing them like who they really are, who they could be, is who they really are. I think there's a great quote, forget the philosopher, but he says, look at a man as he is, and basically only see like, you won't see anything really good.
Yeah.
You look at him as he could be, and he becomes what he should be.
Oh, that's fire. Is that Nietzsche?
I can't remember. It might have been Nietzsche. And I
He has
didn't
some,
quote
he has
it
some
quite
great
right.
fire
but-
quotes. Yeah,
but
you paraphrase it properly,
But I
yeah.
love that. You look at it at him as he could be, and he becomes what he should be. And that's like part of my mission is like believing in people and empowering them. Like let's take a look at those limiting beliefs. Let's get you embodied, because those limiting beliefs are in your body. And feel them, feel the emotion, right? Don't repress them. Really, truly feel them, surrender to them, accept them, and through that, I mean, you'll remove a lot of the emotional blocks
Right.
that are stopping you, and become empowered. Like,
Right.
dude, there's so much more that you are and could be.
Yeah.
And again, it just goes back to surrender.
Yeah.
To this higher power, to the love that's within us.
Yeah. Go back to
Yeah.
surrender.
So.
Dang. That was an intense hour, man.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That was like, I think that was like culmination of both of our years of self-improvement experience kind of just coming out, and just we're kind of just documenting it and throwing it up on the internet.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
It's like spaghetti. I'm just like.
Yeah, I know,
spouting
right?
Whatever.
Yeah. Same. All the platitudes, all the quotes, all the
Yeah.
philosophy, like everything. Yeah. None of this matters unless you take action, though. So.
Yes.
But yeah, do you want to plug anything? Like, I know you got a
Yeah. So.
journey with Justin and some other stuff going on.
Yeah. So right now I do coaching. So right now, No More Mr. Nice Guy coaching. I'm a No More Mr. Nice Guy certified therapist, and what I do is I would call it transformational life coaching or self-love coaching, because that's really the core of the nice guy. Dr. Glover, he says that the core fear of the nice guy is I can't handle it. But I think you can go a layer deeper, because there's a lot of toxic shame with nice guys, and we live with a lot of people, right? I think the core fear really is I can't handle it because I'm not enough. It comes back down to acceptance and self-love, and so that's what I do. I want to take let's get you to a place where you truly accept yourself.
Right. Solid.
So, yeah, you can contact me through Facebook, or Dr. Glover's website has my contact information. So
Solid. Cool. And you got a YouTube channel?
I do.
Is it just Tang? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I try to interview coaches who have gone way further than me, and they have amazing advice, and they've helped many people. So, and I just try to pick their brain and hear their story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, dude. Yeah, appreciate you for coming, man. Thank you for
Thanks for
enjoying some.
Bro, thank you.
Enjoying
This
some
was
carnival.
amazing.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Dude, glad to hear it, man.
Feel good, yeah.
Hopefully no 2 p.m. nap coming your way.
Well, it's past 2 p.m.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Hey. eat organ meats.
Yes. Eat liver.
Eat
That's
liver.
the big takeaway from all of this.
Yeah. Eat liver.
nothing.
Eat some heart. Eat some ribeye. Eat some egg yolks. Eat some cheese.
There you go.
Yeah. I think Whole Foods has all of those almost.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really hard to find organ meat somewhere, but like,
Yeah.
I just go to an Indian store and you can find some. But yeah, man, we should definitely do this again sometime.
Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe like get a workout in or something too.
Sure.
Yeah,
man.
I usually go to the apartment gym downstairs.
Oh, nice.
So if you
Okay.
ever want to link up, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you lived so close by.
Yeah, now I do. Yeah.
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 Cool. Good stuff. Catch you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. I'm hella inconsistent with these uploads to the 7 people that will stay to the end of this hour and a half podcast. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. Take care. Much love.